In downtown Kirkland, along the waterfront, sits Heritage Hall, a familiar sight to city residents. But how much do we know about this local landmark? We sat down with Bob Burke, former president of the Kirkland Heritage Society, to learn more.
When we found out that it wasn't going to be used as a teen center and that it was available,
Bob shared with us how the hall came to be where it is today.
so this was one of the few remaining original buildings in Kirkland. It represented the 1920s, which were a major development era for the city. And it's in King County, it's one of the oldest, or if not the oldest, Christian Science church that remains. So we can put all that together and did a lot of providing information to the city council and convinced them that it was feasible to move it, and convinced them to accept the building from the Stabberts and go ahead, which they did.
He also shared some of his own memories about the building.
I remember the first lurch off the old foundation when it looked like it might fall into the street. But the movers did a great job of moving it down First Street and then up and onto the site. But my heart was pounding when that occurred. Yeah. When they have the 4th of July parade, the veterans congregate down in front of this building. I think the thing that struck me was that I was standing up on the stairs watching this scene and listening to the music for the 4th, and somebody comes up and says, "This is just like a Norman Rockwell scene." And that's what this building is sort of like.
Bob shared how Heritage Hall still plays a role in the community.
It sort of has become a symbol of the city. It's a very prominent location. It's a classic building. You look at city brochures, it's on virtually every city brochure that's put out. And so a number of the neighborhood associations meet here. And the city has all kinds of meetings for parks and that kind of thing. And it's increasingly used for weddings and parties and that kind of thing. During the centennial, the idea of building the what's officially called Centennial Park to the north of the building came about. The Kirkland Rotary Club donated the money for the trellis and that type of thing on the north side of the building. Those are open to the public all the time, and there's a lot of people that go out and just enjoy it as a park.
And how the community can be a part of this historic site.
We started in to help pay for the building and for the development of this space. In 2002, we started to sell pavers. Well, it's taken longer than we thought. We're still doing that, but the funds, the proceeds from that, then have gone into helping restore the building and for things like renovating the columns later and landscaping and all that kind of thing. We've raised about $250,000 toward the renovation of the entire building and to the development of this lower space for our offices. And that's part of what the paver project goes for. We're down to the last 100+ pavers, and the public can certainly get involved in purchasing those. They're a donation.
If you are interested in purchasing a paver, visit kirklandheritage.org or call 425-827-3446 for more information. If you want to learn more about renting the hall, please visit the city's webpage and search Heritage Hall.